the journey, let the adventure begin. Like, subscribe, and share. It's all for free. Together we'll build this homestead dream. Junktojems Homestead, where we live off the land. With hard work and heart, we'll make our stand. From four-wheelers we're fixing to tiny house dreams. Every day's a challenge, but it's sweeter than it seems.
Hey, good morning everybody. Good morning, good morning. Well, I got 3 of them set. My battery had shut off again on me. Imagine that. That's what it usually does to me. When I think I got it going on, I don't pay attention to it, and I get to just go into town working, and it'll just shut off on me. But anyway, I got one side in, and now I'm going to start digging out the other side and get these up, and then we'll see if we can't get this leveled out. Then I'll bring tow truck in here and start leveling out the rest of the dirt, and then go load up Bertha with some rocks and bring them over here and start setting them. And then all I got to do is get some sand, and then I can start setting the furniture and the lights up, and getting the power going and all that kind of good stuff. So this is be cool. So let's get going. Well, as you can see how much I built this one up right here. This thing was buried underneath the ground. I didn't even, I built it up quite a bit. This one over here is under the dirt too. So, and at least this one, no, can't see. You can barely see that one, but it's underneath the dirt as well. So you got to get all 3 of these lifted up and set up like that. And then I think I'll square that one out a little bit and center it more. And then I'll center this one over here a little bit more. Right now it just kind of slid over because I jacked this side up over here. Whew. It is bloody hot already. That's why I don't have my shirt on this morning, because I got a little bit of a breeze. You know, I'm not like a lot of people. I don't cool off as well with a shirt on like some people do. And I'll get overheated pretty fast. Even though I'm from Florida, I still get overheated. Anyway, let's I'm gonna keep going on this. I'm gonna do my best, even with the heat, to try and start setting some rocks today, one way or the other. So let's make it happen.
We packed our dreams, left the sunshine behind. Now Arkansas calls, where the land's untamed and wild. Gary, Mary, Mary, we're carving out of space, building a homestead at our own pace. Welcome to Junktojems, where the work never ends. Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got houseboats to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. From the four-wheelers we're fixing to tiny house dreams. Every day's a challenge, but it's sweeter than it seems. Downsizing our life, but living more free. Come along, share this life with me. Welcome to Junktojems, where the work never ends. Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got houseboats to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. From the live chats, we'll tell you what's new. Sharing our progress and projects with you. From Florida's coast to Arkansas hills, we're chasing freedom and chasing thrills. Welcome to Junktojems, where the work never ends. Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got houseboats to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. Like, subscribe, and share. It's all for free. Together we'll build this homestead dream. Junktojems Homestead, where we live off the land. With hard work and heart, we'll make our stand. From four-wheelers we're fixing to tiny house dreams. Every day's a challenge, but it's sweeter than it seems. Downsizing our life, but living more free. Come along, share this life with me. Welcome to Junktojems, where the work never ends. Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got houseboats to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. In the live chats, we'll tell you what's new. Sharing our progress and projects with you. From Florida's coast to Arkansas hills, we're chasing freedom and chasing thrills.
All right, got them all up and leveled. Now I just got to do a little bit of raking, a little bit more raking, and probably some box blading to smooth a little bit more of this out. I'm going to drag a little bit of this over here, over there, and I still got to fill in that a little bit over there, so I'll probably need another bucket of dirt over here, and then scrape all this roots and stuff out of here. But it's leveled. Once I get that, get this cleaned up, then I'm probably going to go get Bertha and start bringing some pavers over here and see how they set. And then all that'll be left is getting me some sand. Yeah, I'll be pretty excited about getting that done. But once like I said, I'm gonna get them in here first, and then I'll worry about get them all setting in here the way I want them. I still got a big hump right here that is just hard as a rock right there, so I'm probably gonna have to bring a tow truck through here and see if I can't drag it out of there, because it is. I've even been chipping at it with a pickaxe, and I'm still fighting it. So I'm pretty much over fighting hard dirt. it's like chomping into rock over there. So I think I'm gonna get tow truck going here. Been walking around here picking up rocks out of the dirt. All these little rocks like this, piling them up around the trees. And like I said, I'm gonna get tow truck out here and get that going. Yeah, you're picking up rocks with me. That's why you're bouncing all over the place. So we'll get that going. Let's see how much of this I can get leveled out and smoothed out. And then I'm gonna start getting some pavers set, y'all. So I'll see you in a short. Oh man, after this dust fest today, somebody gonna need a bath. Oof. I'd be afraid to jump in the pond. I'd probably make the water black instead of muddy. All right, so now we're gonna go dig Bertha out. And I think this is pretty sweet right here. I see I tagged the paver right there a little bit, but I can smooth it out just a little bit. But once I get all them rocks locked in here, that's all locked down. Not worried about that. I would like to bring a little more dirt in here, but that's all right. I think it's gonna be just fine, I say, and we'll make that happen. Let's go get Bertha, get some rocks. one as I go, and you know, try to keep them nice and smooth down through here. Find the next big load. Oh, my straggler. Surprising enough, that one's about as heavy as them big ones. Oof. See what we can go find. Oh, and I finally fixed the big leak on the top beam back there. So I can put the letters on there that David Moffett sent me, or gave me. But now it's a matter of taking the time to give her a bath to do so. Oof. I am hot. I'll be glad when I get the rest of the back of that shop done, so I can put my zero turn over there and all that kind of good stuff. But alright, let's get another load of rocks. I'm not gonna bring you along for this one, y'all, it's too hard. Alright, so I'll get a load and bring them over there. Whew. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Alright, let's get this one unloaded. At least over here you can be with me while I'm unloading it. Over there, it's just too hot. hoe. Come on, it's the rock game. Let's play. Come on. Alright, well, looking at all these rocks, I think it might be best if I do a load of pea gravel at some point. I'll have to check into that and see what a load of pea gravel costs to fill this. But I'm kind of getting the idea now what this is going to look like, which is pretty sweet. But y'all, I am whooped. So I'm gonna bring you back the next load of rock on this episode. For this episode, we're gonna call this episode an episode of the pergola and the rocks and fighting Gumby. Yeah, it is super hot, and I'm pretty much whooped, y'all. So like I said, I may just call this one a day. You know, I might still do some other stuff, but there's probably going to be some stuff inside just just because it's so bloody hot. And it's supposed to be cooler, a lot cooler tomorrow. So that's when it's supposed to be a high of 82. So I'm looking forward to that. And maybe I can get the rest of these rocks put in here and get them scattered out. And like I said, I'm gonna check into some pea gravel because I think that would look a lot better. Especially if I was to incorporate some of them lights into the pea gravel in here. Or into, you know, like the, I don't know, they got this stuff out there. I can't remember what it's called now. Well, they got this stuff out there that's, that you can fill in between the rocks. And when you light it up, it glows. It makes the whole, all the little cracks in the rocks glow. So I'm gonna check into some of that. See what that would cost for, you know, for enough to do this. I think if I pack the rocks in there kind of tight, it wouldn't take very much to do it. I mean, it might even be something I could throw on the trailer or something, and, you know, get somebody to go get it for me, or whatever, or wherever I can get it at. I don't know. I don't know what it would take. I'm gonna get the rest of the rocks in here though. I think I'm almost sure I've got enough over there to do the whole thing, which would be cool. And you know, it may not be perfectly level because it is slate stone, but it'll be nice enough to where I can still set the furniture in there and everything in there. And if I got to shim the fire pit up or whatever a little bit, that's fine with me. I'm cool with that, you know. But I want that look to it, so whatever that takes. Again, all these rocks are not perfectly sized, so there's going to be a lot of backfilling and you know, and lowering dirt and what have you like that to make them as level as possible across there. So that's what we got to do. And then I am going to put up some solar lights this afternoon, so you'll be able to see that. Like, I'm not even going to put this video out until tomorrow, so y'all will get to see those solar lights. I'm going to try and get them up inside there, and they've been over there charging all day now, so they should be good and charged, and see if I can't get them put up today. So we'll see how that goes. What else we got? I think that's about it, other than heat trying to kill me. Oh man, what I wouldn't give for a cold beer right now. Man. So anyway, yeah, for some reason water, been drinking water, even tried to drink a Coke earlier. That didn't settle well with me. Water ain't going down very well. It's like it just is tasting funky. So maybe that's what I need. I ain't had a cold beer in a while, so maybe it might be time for one. Who knows? I'll see what I got. All right. So yes, the flywheel is coming in. Somebody did send me an email. David sent me an email saying that he found one on Rock Auto for $60. So I got online with Rock Auto, and they're the lady straight up told me, don't do that. She goes, we get so many of these returned. She goes, you know, I'm not trying to want to bash our own product, but she goes, that particular one, these particular ones here, they get returned a lot. So the one I got on Amazon, it got some great reviews. Yes, it's expensive, but it got great reviews. Set up for high torque, set up mainly. It's basically built extra, kind of thick for my particular application, because you know that is a 2500. I do have a special, you know, custom built transmission in there, so all of that is going to take a little bit extra oomph to it, so to speak. So all the reviews were really good on it. So again, I think I'm just gonna, it'll be here between the 7th and the 9th, and I'm glad I spent the extra money and didn't try to cheap out on it, because it's been my luck lately, you know, over the last couple of years with this truck. If I try to buy cheap parts, I get burned, you know. 3 transmissions before I built this one, y'all. I tried getting a rebuilt one, didn't work. It failed on me. Tried getting a second rebuilt one, Guy said this one, you know, he built this one strong for me. It failed. The third one, I bought a used one. Guy said it was freshly rebuilt, so it should be good. It failed. So I was like, all right, fourth time, okay, I'm done. This is the fourth one. And now the flywheel breaks, imagine that. So yeah, I'm not cheaping out on this one. I would rather just go and get the good stuff, you know. And this way I don't have to worry about it, because, you know, I hate doing it anymore. So I don't want to have to take this thing apart again. So David, thank you for sending me that, but no, brother, I'm going to go ahead and stick with the good one just in case. And saving a few bucks at this point is not an option for me. Just because I am dreading taking this thing out of here. The transfer case, y'all, comes out and I can have it on the ground in 30 minutes. I mean, literally. I can literally have you'll see that when I get ready to do it. I can have the transfer case sitting on the ground in 30 minutes. Transmission, that's a whole different story. So, but I'm hoping I will be able to just set it on my jack and just slide it backwards, and enough to get the flywheel out, because I have to have my torque wrench in there, my impact in there. So I'm hoping that'll do that. It'll just slide back far enough for me to do that, but we'll see, you know. Anyway, let me go take me a break, see if I can find me a cold drink, something that'll satisfy my thirst today. I don't know, nothing seems to. My mouth is so dry, I feel like I just ate a bunch of dust. Oh, I did, wait a minute, I did. So anyway, I'll be back in a little bit. Well, I was going to continue on a little bit, but my phone just sent me a weather alert, and then I started hearing thunder while I was getting my cold drink. And looking at the radar here, looks like we're about to get hammered here with some rain. So I think it's time to tighten some things up around here and prepare for this rain. But at least I will get to see how this does over here, and all the clearing I've done back here in the back, and see how it handles the rain, y'all. So I'm actually, for the first time, kind of actually happy about a little bit of rain. I mean, a little bit of good rain anyway. See how it does. As you can see, I got my electrical line buried across here now. I got all that out. I still got to get in here and rake some of the roots out of there and fill that in and finish that up. But again, I'm curious to see how this all handles rain back here. And if it rains hard enough, see if my shop floods. Which, I don't know, I got a pretty good feeling it won't, but we'll see. But man, I'm pretty happy with all the progress I've gotten done in the last week. So no complaints there. No rain, been dry. I'll take the dust and the heat. You know, you just pick your battles. Every day when you're YouTubing and you're homesteading, that's what you do. You just pick your battles. And you just keep trucking along, no matter what. You just keep pushing and pushing and pushing until you get it there. And it's probably a never-ending process, but there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. You know, if you go out of this world that way, at least you went out fighting, and you went out doing what you're loving to do, and that's the main thing. So let me get my stuff rounded up and get it inside and get it covered up, just in case this does come a flooding. And I'll see you in a short. Well, you know how that goes. Got everything tightened up inside, was prepared for the rain, and look at this, y'all. Just droplets. That was it. That was all we got. Not even enough to make the ground wet. Par for the course, right? But it did cool it off quite a bit out here. So I think I'm going to call this video for today. So I want to thank y'all for watching, and I think while I've got this cool weather, I might go out here and get another load of rock. And again, don't forget, like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Trying to get the channel to grow so I can start making some more money here, and start finishing some of these projects up a little bit better, or a little bit faster. So don't forget, get on there, like it, put it on the playlist, play, watch it, play, let it play. Put it on for the dogs while you're at work, and just let it play for me. And so So that way I can see if I can't get some more pea gravel or some of that fancy rock and some lights in here. I think that'd be very cool. All right. So in the meantime, I will see you all tomorrow. It is the end of the month. Hope y'all had a great July, and we'll see y'all next month. Bye guys.